Welcome back. Again, I'm John Shepkoff. I get lots of people that ask me and say, John, I know this is going to sound strange, but my CPA says that I need credit card debt and that I shouldn't just pay them off. I need that as a write-off. And I'm going, are you kidding me? He told you that or she told you that? I'm shocked when CPAs do that. Now, once the CPA talks to me, and if you're a CPA, you understand where I'm coming from, you know that that's a fallacy. That's not the truth, okay? Why would anybody want to be in debt and to pay all that interest to these banks is unbelievable, okay? And yet CPAs are telling their people this. Let me tell you, let's do a paradigm on this and how and what you can do for yourself, and that is this. The idea is this. Let's say you are paying all this debt, and just because you're paying all this in a tax bracket, and I've used this as an example in my real estate as well, but let's just say you're paying $30,000. Once you pay off all your credit card debt, that debt, you might say, it's one of your write-offs, you might say. And because of that, what happens is once that debt becomes paid off, what do you do with the other part of the portion of the money? Well, what's going to happen is it's going to drop. Now, it's not going to, if you have a real estate, it's going to drop as a half because it's called a dependent. Debt is not a dependent, but CPAs treat it like a dependent in so many words. So what's going to happen is that the dependent on the credit cards that you're paying all this debt to, and you can be paying thousands and thousands of dollars every single year, and you're trying to write off this interest, right? Say yes, because that's what you're trying to do. That's what the CPAs are doing for you. What you could be doing is, let's say if it's $2,000 or $3,000, do you realize that once you're debt-free in consumer debt, you can take that $2,000, that $3,000 that you pay every single year on those credit cards, on the line of credit, on the student loan, you name it, any type of a credit, do you realize you can take that amount of money, put that into some type of a retirement vehicle? Now, I'm not going to tell you that part because that's up to you to figure out, okay? But you have a retirement. What am I trying to tell you is, I'm saying instead of taking that $3,000 and giving it to the bank that you would just be giving it to them, why not pay yourself first? Well, that's an interesting concept. Wouldn't you agree? Pay yourself first. And I'm really big about paying yourself first. It's important to pay yourself first because when you pay yourself first, guess what? Down the road when it's time to retire, you're going to have something. And if you follow my concept and you've been paying all this money, and let's say you're paying $500 or you're paying $2,500 or you're paying $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 every single month in consumer debt on minimum payment, what could you be doing for yourself when it's all paid off? Well, the answer is you pay yourself. People wonder, can you have a retirement plan? Absolutely. If you do exactly what I'm showing you, your consumer debt is paid off completely, you take that amount of money and you do what with it? You pay yourself. You keep doing exactly what you're doing. You're just putting it toward your retirement. Do you know that very few people even do that? If you told your CPA, and he would agree with me 100%, he'd say that's an absolutely phenomenal thing to be doing. Wow, I wished I would have thought that. Okay, you could be paying yourself. And you know what? Many people have million-dollar retirements in place when they're ready to retire. Why? Because they followed this one simple concept. Mind you, I've been teaching this for over 30 years. You want to have a retirement in place when it's time to retire? Follow my concept. Get my debt program. You see how much it is, pennies on the dollars. Think of the thousands of dollars I'm saving you. If you refer someone over to you, I'm going to give you $100. Plus, you just learned this new concept, how you can have a retirement in place for yourself so you're not dependent on the government. Isn't that exciting? Absolutely. It's phenomenal. Give me the thumb ups that you like what I'm doing and I'm sharing. I've done all this coaching and mentoring training because I want you to be empowered. For every single person that you refer, I will give you $100. So send all your friends over. Let them take a look at it. Please give me a thumbs up that you like what I'm doing and sharing, because I need to get as many people. The way I actually make money, and I make very little, because you can see it. I have nothing to hide. I'm very transparent. You can see, I'm not charging you $10,000. I'm not charging you $5,000. There are people out there that charge what I'm teaching you, and they don't even teach these concepts, especially about the front-loading effective interest rate. And you know the effective interest rate is like at 87%, and the front-loading goes on is where the banks make the money. Nobody teaches what I'm doing. You're learning a new way how to be totally debt-free. Give me the thumbs up that you like what I'm doing. Send all your friends. I promise you I'll take care of you. I'll give you $100. And at the same time, you're going to build a retirement. Stay tuned to the next video, and I'll talk to you real soon.